it would help.
Odie, 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 odie.
It's like doing this.
It's buffering.
It's buffering. Here we go. All right, take 2. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Survivor with Jamie, Jack, and Colleen. My name is Colleen.
I am Jamie.
And I'm Elizabeth is no Jedi.
Welcome to the show, everybody. We are here to talk about season 43, episode 3 of Survivor, titled "I'll Sign the Divorce Papers." Great title. You know, in the last few seasons, have you noticed you had a lot of really boring titles, like "I'm gonna win this time" and "You can't take this home with you"? And I'm like,
oops.
Yeah. We're getting into some more fun episode titles this season. So another character strong episode, strategy light episode.
Maybe puzzles aren't your thing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying she had to go.
She had to.
Be honest with you, she should have went last week.
I'm in agreement.
I felt bad. I know they gambled on her being an alliance member to keep her on last week.
They should have told her not to do. She couldn't do the puzzle.
Yeah, and she couldn't do it this week.
She was literally who's she working with? Jesse.
It was Jesse.
Yeah, she was literally getting in his way, and you can see he was getting frustrated.
Yeah.
And then she's just looking at, and I like her. She's so likable. You don't want to pick on her, but it's like you shouldn't have volunteered for the puzzle.
Well, No. Do you like her enough to lose all of that, the chance of getting all that money?
No.
No.
Like that. It's like Jesse was saying, she's like my mom. I can't vote off my mom. I go, Sierra did. So
I know, I see that too. I was like, you are no Sierra Easton. Because we hear about it all the freaking time. Yes, she voted off her mom. Big deal.
Yeah, I mean,
she was going home anyway. Her vote wasn't the deciding vote.
I just was like,
right?
It was tragic. But going back to Elizabeth and going to Gabler, if I was Gabler, I'd be pissed. Okay, you really think I'm that stupid?
Well, clearly he was until what's his name? Sammy.
Oh, no, Sammy.
But he knew he knew that his idol was still good.
Yeah, he knew it was.
But now he just knew to play dumb because he didn't know they went through his bag.
Well, but she came up to him like, oh, so your idol, she was trying to tell him his idol wasn't any good anymore because she thought he was stupid.
But the great thing is that they went hunting to find out about that idol's, if it was valid or not in front of Owen. Yeah. But the other side was never told that Owen already knew that was going on. And so they're like, well, we're going to have to play dumb. And so Owen got to see them and their game. So he's sitting in a situation where he knows exactly which each side of the tribe is like pinning against the other.
Yeah, that was very smart. It was great on Owen's part, but I personally, I would be offended if someone came up to me and was trying to tell me, think I was stupid enough to let someone come up to, that nut that you find at shale and you get like your idol's in, the one that's not good anymore. And okay, I'm going.
The one that is not good anymore.
Because your idol, you might as well just throw it. Can I take it?
Right. And
such a good thing that you still have it.
Yes.
And they kind of got like the somewhat like they were like, we're so evil, badass, like queens over here, QWEENS queens. And then they get like the dodo music underneath. It's like, well, actually,
sorry, all of your hugs and high fives are worthless.
Ron, what's his face? Ron, what's his face? Being like, narrator. Gabler knew.
It is the 43rd season of Survivor. You have to be to fool anyone now. You'd have to be. It'd be extremely clever to try and tell someone their idol isn't any good. You're assuming that they can't read.
Yeah.
Right. That they're just
Yeah.
And I liked how he came back and said, no, my daughter, it's a present for my daughter, which I thought was a great. Well, I just was like, I thought Elizabeth was going to be a good player. She really sank her game today.
Yeah, it really kind of sucked to see her sink it so bad. But at the same time, I mean, I can't. I mean, she did not play it well at all. But also, just from what we've seen of Gabler, it's like, well, if it's going to work on anybody, it would be him. Well, it wasn't going to work on anybody, including him. But if it had, it would have been him.
But why do it? If he he can play it, so then you don't vote on the next thing. You say, okay, we can't vote for Gabler on this time. We'll vote for someone else. We'll vote for Sammy, or we'll vote for Owen.
They weren't even at a point where they had lost and knew they were going to tribal yet. So none of that should have been played out yet.
It was I thought was one of the worst moves of this season, obviously.
Well,
she's put a target on her back.
She did, but the only thing she has going for her is everything we've seen of Gabler, especially in the first episode, is that he is kind of a hot mess in general. So who knows if he's just going to counteract, the goodwill that he's got in here with just doing something completely stupid where we're all slap in the face emoji. Next week.
It's really it's really familiar to was it last season before last, the fellow, the farmer from what it's sort of that same kind of, I'm just so super hyped to be here that I'm kind of forgetting that I need to keep that low key, and then all of a sudden it makes people pay attention to me, and now I'm kind of fumbling. The thing is she did a bad job and played a bad game. He caught her. He can see the lie. He's got Sammy as an ally. But again, there's this wild card in Owen who could totally side with Elle, and then she's fine and safe. He could also die.
So. But we've also seen people like Gabler who start out slow and they're trying to adapt to not eating and all that different stuff. And then when they get used to it, their game turns around. Now, of course, sometimes they don't. But he seemed a lot stronger today, game-wise, than he has all season.
Well, and it seemed like Al's biggest issue with him was that he was like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired and don't feel great. Get out of here.
I heard he's like 20 years older than everybody else.
Yep. He's got to
go. I've heard that. But like I said, if you're older, you're sleeping on bamboo. Sleeping on bamboo can't be comfortable.
No,
Again, especially when you're older, because your body is already done. So you go out into the sand. That makes perfect sense to me because I just couldn't sleep. That's all he said, because I was tired and couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
So instead of waking everybody up, I was polite. I understand you people don't understand being, being polite. So anyway.
Well, I understand, Sammy, that you are only 22 years old.
Right.
And you're the most mature person out here, but that's okay.
I am so glad that you are a mature 22, because boy, if you were 19, this would be different.
There would be like a whole different story here.
I don't know. I'm starting to get a Sammy vibe that he could win this thing.
I think Sammy is going to go far.
He's a smart player.
I don't know if he's going to get that Malcolm Fallen Angel edit or not.
No, but he's smart. He's good at the challenges, and like I said, he's aware of his surroundings. He's aware of the people that he's playing against.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Malcolm was a fairly more I don't know. I think maybe he was a tad bit more likable. I don't know. Maybe everyone.
Well, he was better. He was better. Malcolm was better looking. That's the.
Yeah, and he did have really pretty hair, and he had all of that going for him. So,
Malcolm.
Fair enough. So, who else was, somewhat unrecognizable in their game tonight was Cody. There were several points tonight where I was like, who is that dude?
Oh, because he wasn't jumping off cliffs?
He wasn't running around like a crazy person.
Yeah, he wasn't imitating a lemur. He was just
kind of there, chill. And I truly multiple times I was like, who is that guy? And then he would talk, and I was like, oh yeah, Cody.
Maybe he's tired.
Maybe he's tired.
Well, even like a tribal, he says, Jeff, we got to vote one of our family members up, but it's a game.
Yeah. Sometimes you get tired when you're living, and you have to have a day off and just chill.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, he's running all over. You're out in the sun. Anyone who's ever been out in the sun, and you're not hydrating properly, and you're not eating properly, and you're not sleeping properly, eventually it catches up to you. And when you're running around when you're jumping off rocks and stuff like that, I mean, it's fun, but this is a game where you have to have your stamina as the game goes on, and you can't be doing that. So maybe Jesse said, dude, tone it down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he essentially has the weight of an entire idol on his head. So, I mean, he's a bit worn out.
That's a good one. Took me a second. I go, what are you talking? Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Well, speaking of that,
Carla.
Yeah,
I thought that she was going to put it away, and I was actually kind of like, good for you, girl. It would be so fun if you would convince what's his face to pick it up. But not only she pick it up, she had a great story.
Man.
And
I should be an actress.
Yes, and you know what? The second that we saw her get all 6 of them, I was like, oh yeah, this tribe's not going to tribal council tonight.
Yeah,
no need to suspend.
Well, I was like, no, don't go get it. No, I know what's waiting for you. I got to be honest. Both Cody and Carla did I would think that would be harder than saying the phrase.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you get beads from people that they don't want to give them up because
we should have both of them just seized on opportunities, and like hers was perfect. Hey, we made you a birthday bracelet. I want to make a bracelet for my wife.
Yeah, trade. We're gonna do it.
Trading But when the next person came up, she said necklace, not bracelet. I thought that was going to be her undoing, but it's okay. It's my birthday.
Well, yeah. I think it's a great. It is so much better than a stupid message to say out loud, and it really banks on the resume build. So if either one of them make it towards the end, especially if they make it to finale, then they have something that proves that their social game was solid.
But
right from the beginning.
But Jesse's the one that suggested how Cody should go about it.
How Cody should do it. Yep, that is true.
And Cody did get the other people, his alliance, to help him out. Whereas Carla, she didn't tell anybody anything, which is smart, and she did it all on her own. So not that Cody didn't do a good job.
Yeah.
But Carla did it all on her own. I was like, wow, you must be from San Diego.
I like Carla. She was giving me massive winners vibes tonight.
Yeah.
Jesse still is.
Yep. Jesse's still doing great. So you said Sammy. You think Sammy's going to be pushing it further than you originally thought?
I just think he's shot. Because you always worry about the young players, but he's mature for his age. For a 19-year-old to be that aware of the surroundings, of who's what, who's conniver and who's all, that's rare.
Yeah.
Do you have anybody besides Elle whose game you're starting to see that maybe you don't like as much as you thought you were going to like?
Well, NECA, but she's gone. But
yes,
I thought she would be good. Now, unfortunately, it's just because she was terrible to challenge, and like Chris Doran said, maybe she volunteered because she can't swim as well.
Oh,
but don't get in the way of Jesse, who was doing a pretty good job of putting the puzzle together. Let him do it. Give him the pieces. And when you're standing there blocking the way and you're looking at the other puzzle, the completed puzzle, what are you doing? It's just like, and you can see Jesse, and I think Jesse respected her so much. He didn't say, get out of my way, let me do this. He kind of he should have been a little, hey, why don't you step back, NECA? I got this.
Yeah,
right. He didn't. He let her just, and like I said, she froze. I mean, she was like,
she gets a little stressed out at the end with those puzzles, and that's hard. You got somebody like Noelle on your, like literally with one less leg than you have, doing 10 times more work to get your team the win.
Right.
And that was like just massively impressive. I was like, when she had to come up out of the water and was like coming up the ladder, I was like, I never thought about like, oh my God, that ladder is probably the hardest thing she just had to do, because you're in water and you're like held down by the water. Oh
Yeah,
my
the
God.
weight of the water. Yeah.
So,
But when she climbed over the obstacle there to get to the next level, she
yes,
kind of
those
looked like
blocks.
she went forward and hit her chin.
Mm,
I'm like, it was hard to tell, but I was like, God, she's amazing. She's an incredible
Yeah.
athlete.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you can't solve a puzzle,
yep. You shouldn't be doing puzzles. I'm telling you, it's just a thing.
but on that chunk, you have to be able to dive underwater, and a lot of people can't dive underwater.
Yeah,
I
and
can't dive.
Yeah.
there was some
I can
pretty
jump
good
underwater.
dives. There was some good ones.
Yeah.
Jeff was excited by quite a few of them.
That's
Sammy-
how you do it on Survivor. Is that his new saying? The last 2 or 3 seasons, that's what he always says.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it on Survivor.
That's how you do it on Survivor. Not in real life. You don't dive like that in real life. No.
No. In real life, people dive like Sammy and do a mere belly flop. Like, it's like, oh, and that one stings.
That one hurts. That one's going to leave a mark. And I did like Jesse at Tribal. He goes, it's hard when you're doing the puzzle. Everyone's yelling at you. Jeff is yelling at you.
He's not wrong.
I like that people are finally calling out Jeff.
You're right. It's time. It's time.
It should have happened during Cochran's days, but
Didn't Cochran call him out at some point?
I feel like Cochran would be the leader in that.
Penner has called him out.
Yeah.
Penner has definitely called Jeff out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jeff doesn't like to be called out, but it's a newer, kinder, gentler Jeff.
Yes, normalize calling Jeff.
Come on in. That's how you do it on Survivor.
Come on in, you all.
Yeah. I need a new catchphrase. Until someone says I can't. Until someone says that's how you do it on Survivor. I can't say that either. Oh.
Hey, so while we're talking about Noelle, kind of random that we just heard her be like, "Hey guys, can you please just let me get the advantage?" And then we didn't see anything and found out later, "Oh yeah, I got the advantage."
Yeah. Yeah. I go,
Like,
hey,
good on you.
hey, got
Well,
it.
she did a good job selling it all the way up there. Now, do you think the guys were like going, "Okay, she has one leg"? Were they kind of feeling sorry for her? Or?
I think that they
don't
saw
know.
her in the challenge and they were like, I need her on my side.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is somebody that, she wants to, sure. And it's also, if somebody proposes some sort of like deal with you or a merge with you or an alliance with you, you can't be like, no.
Yeah. Even though every time someone goes on those things, so this is the final 3? We're all final 3?
Right? Like, we're good.
We know that, like you're saying, Jamie, you can't say, "Oh, you're just you're full of crap."
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way. But, that's good. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you are the person that's like, no, then you are the person that's going to need to get every single immunity challenge.
Yeah. Who was that guy that one year? Was it Penner?
What did he do?
With what's her name? Facts of Life.
Lisa Wetchell?
Yeah. They offered him someone, and he goes, "Well, I'll have to think about that."
Oh, it was Malcolm.
Yeah.
Was it Malcolm?
Yeah.
No, Scoopin and Lisa offered Malcolm a spot in the final 3, and he was like, "I'll have to think about it." And they were like, "Okay, we'll just take Denise instead."
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, that's what it was.
wins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Scoop him. You were talking about the.
Scoopin, Mike Scoopin.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah. Fire child porn.
He was
Any-
like,
Yeah,
"No,
yeah.
I would take to the final 3, but you 2 are too old."
Yeah, it's like you gotta poop or get away from our swimming area.
Yeah. Is he still in jail? Scoop him?
I would imagine so.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain.
What a loser.
Ew. Every once in a while, we get a real treat. These cast members.
Chris says in the chat, we are also live on the YouTubes as we are every week after approximately 15 minutes after the show ends. Chris says the players are learning. Gio was looking around the sit-out bench for an advantage. Yes, I saw that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was nothing there. Kind of a bummer.
That we
Jeff would have
saw.
said, "There is nothing there for you. Nothing."
Why aren't you diving?
I was like going, wait, that's smart. He's looking for it, but we didn't hear there's anything there. Now that would have been nice for them not to tell us there was something there.
Yeah.
and have
I
Gio
think
find it.
we had a similar situation last season with the same game, like where somebody was sitting out on the, and that person looked as well, but I can't remember who it was. But yeah, and we didn't get a hidden one there either. So they got to save them all.
Maybe they're trying to give us less idols this season.
Or maybe he found something and
we get a flashback.
We won't show it until like he's in trouble at Tribal and he's like, "Look what I found back in the day."
Remember, Jeff, when you didn't say anything?
Yeah, and then we'll get this sweeping slow motion flashback shot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Chris, Gio looking and finding nothing.
Yep.
Hey, one of the people that I think I was a little bit disappointed at this episode was with Dwight in his game. He was on the wrong side of the boat with NECA. He very clearly, has Jesse sleeping in the doghouse where he's definitely.
Oh, did he vote for? Is he the one that voted for
Noelle?
Noelle, really?
Of them, I think.
Because I didn't watch that part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so. Dwight is, I don't know how I feel about Dwight. I know that the way he wears his buff is awesome, so credit there. But it was pretty great because I'm watching it with my daughter, and then she goes, "Wait, Dwight? Like the guy on The Office?"
Now Dwight's pissed.
Yeah, now he's mad. Now he is leaving our alliance. Thanks, girl.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot to talk about this. I think we've pretty much covered all the big points tonight. Again, everything seems to be very character.
Well, the strategy is really not there yet. So
no, it's not. I would imagine that we'll see probably more of it as we get more into the merge. But I do like the people that are left on Vessi. I like them. I would hope that they don't go to Tribal next time. We haven't, who I forgot was on this season. They gave her a random confessional tonight. The artist, the one that was like, "I don't have a career right now." Cassidy.
Oh, Cassidy. I noticed that the more the further into the wilderness days she's living, the more she's starting to resemble Helena Bonham Carter, which makes me like her a little more each episode. All right, okay, I'm starting to kind of jive with her. So
we saw virtually nothing from that Coco tribe. No. Other than James's birthday and Carla's Beware advantage, right?
Yeah, it was Carla's day. It was Carla's day.
Yeah, because we didn't see a lot of Carla last week.
Yeah.
No, I think there were one or two scenes that she was involved in, but no, we didn't see very much of her. So very happy though. I really like Carla and perfection right now on screen. So we'll see, absolutely. I guess, where she goes. I think she's going to be a player moving in. I hope so.
Well, I love the fact that I like that we were in the same place too when she was like, "Yeah, no, I'm going to just leave this Beware advantage. I know what I'm doing here." And I was like, "That's smart. That's good. Good. Walk away from it." And then she's sitting there like, "Oh, I can't. I've got to go get it." No.
Survivor, you got to take chances. You got to no, Carla, no. Just leave it. No.
But you know what? She made it work in her favor, so excellent play.
Exactly.
She had earrings and all that stuff.
She came out there with an entire jewelry store.
That was awesome. The barter and trade business that she set up. Because at some point they were like, no, we don't need it. And she's like, "No, take my earrings."
Now, see the
do you like turquoise?
Now, Survivor 44, they won't see this season, will they?
I don't think so because
they film them back to back.
So they can still do this same kind of
Yep.
Because you got to be thinking eventually that people are going to be like, "Okay, why are you asking me for this stuff?" What you think people would kind of, it's Survivor. You got to wonder all of a sudden out of the blue, you want my beads? What for? What?
Right.
I guess it's so new, and especially that tribe hasn't really gone to Tribal. So
right.
Okay, somebody's doing something to pass the time. It kind of fits in more.
Plus, no one had gone and looked for the idol.
Yeah,
right. And one thing we have not talked about is this season's immunity idol, at the games, where we actually have a statue of a person. I don't know. I thought it was really cool. The design team is doing some new stuff this year. It's exciting.
They got to mix it up.
Yeah. Somebody's got to earn their paycheck.
Yeah. And the challenges have been fun too.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have been. We're gonna see. Do you think they're gonna do the the tackle, in the water one? Do you think that they're gonna be doing that one again? I know,
I hope not, because it always looks like someone's gonna get hurt.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of like to see our crew of people and then kind of think about them in that challenge, because
it's been a while, hasn't it, since they've done it?
Yeah, they haven't done it for the last 2 seasons.
Now, do you think maybe because sometimes they have it's a co-ed teams going out there? Do you think maybe it's a sexual harassment thing where someone grabs someone the wrong way?
Oh, maybe Mr. Grabby Hands ruined the fun for everybody.
Yeah, that could have been it. I mean, I guess something, because if someone came, it's like
sure. It could be an easy way for accidents to happen or intentional things to happen.
Right. So maybe maybe they're thinking, going, okay, how do we avoid lawsuits?
Yeah.
How do we avoid that?
Right. But then also we had COVID too, and so maybe
that's true. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Not like they're not,
I don't think it's a COVID thing. I don't think it's a COVID thing. I don't think it's a safety thing, because they still do that stupid blindfold move rocks challenge.
Because that is funny. So especially when it happens to the guys, it's funny and painful, because you're like going, oh man.
Right. I think it's probably more of like a lawsuit thing.
Yeah.
Because it was Dan, right? That was the guy, right?
Dan.
Yeah.
Was it Dan?
He was the one that kept sexually harassing or kept bugging the one girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
After multiple warnings, dude, stop, really.
Yeah.
That guy should have been kicked off right away.
Yeah.
Yes, instead of removed off screen, but whatever.
It went far too far. But because I remember I was on a Survivor. I think I've told this before, and people just came after me, say, "Oh, that was nothing big deal, nothing big deal." I go, he doesn't have the right to touch anybody. Nobody has the right to put your hand on somebody that doesn't want to be touched.
Yep.
And when they say no, that's it. And there's like, "Oh, you're overreacting." It was like, I just said, whatever. I stopped fighting with people, but it was like, whoa, it's like a long list of these people. No, it's okay.
Okay, goodbye, creepy group.
It might have been a YouTube page. I can't remember what it was, but it was like, why am I getting attacked for this? I go, but anyway,
yeah.
People are who they are.
That is.
Any last thoughts on the episode itself? Otherwise, we have an email, and we can
email.
So our email comes from Shandy. And she said, okay, so Cody obviously made a mistake in taking the Beware advantage on episode 2, but I was really impressed with how he was able to actually get all the beads with a little help from his allies. Sort of reminded me of another big personality who was a bit chaotic, but had a good ally to help clean up the messes, aka Tony.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So there's so much to compare there. Yes.
With wing woman Trish. So what do you think? Any chance that Cody could Tony this season? Ooh, I don't know.
When he does the spy thing where he goes buries himself in the sand.
Yep. Just two eyeballs peeping out of the sand like a flounder.
Oh my God.
I'm surprised more people haven't done that.
What, Spy Shack?
Yeah, Spy Shack. I mean,
you
said, "Oh no, this is just a bathroom." I wasn't.
I was gonna say, just occupied.
Occupied, yeah. I'm squatting here for a whole different reason. I'm a little dehydrated. It's taken a while.
No, I couldn't even hear what you said about voting me out. I couldn't hear that.
But Shannon raises a good point. I don't think I had not noticed you're put together the Tony chaos energy alive and thriving.
He so has that same energy.
But like we said, he did tone it down this episode.
He did, or they just were like, "We had enough last episode. Let's get other people need some screen time."
Yeah.
I do like Cody. I didn't expect to, but I do like him.
So we're saying Jesse is the one that's going to get him to the finals.
Yeah, his wingman.
His
Trish.
His buddy.
But I feel like Jesse's smart enough to cut Cody before it got to that point.
Oh yeah.
Unless Cody cuts Jesse first, which would be him cutting LJ. Tony
cutting. I was a little worried when Jesse said, "Oh, it's a 10." That's a 10. I'm like,
Oh my God, that was
I
hilarious at Tribal.
I thought for sure that meant he was going home.
I said, no, I like Jesse. No.
Yeah, that was so funny. We're 9, 5, 10.
Extremely confident, Jeff.
Extremely 10.
I just love that he was like, no, we have to all be on the same page on how we're rating this.
Yeah.
We can't use 2 different systems.
I agree with that. That's truth right there.
I got it both. I was like, okay, it's 9 or it's 9.
Yeah. Well, let's take a quick commercial break, and then we will get into Tally the Votes. All right. Time to tally the votes. Let me just pull up our... you would think by now I would learn how to share screens quicker. Here we go. Let me pull blah blah blah. Chrome tab.
I can't remember who I voted for.
Vote tally. Here we go. All right. So as far as NECA goes, Jamie and Jack, you both had her merge, and she was pre-merge. I had her as
way to go, Jamie.
I know. I really didn't do great today.
I get a point for that. And then as far as who was going home, Jamie said Gabler, Jack said Noel, and I said Noel. I was really certain that we had it, Jack.
I followed you, and so
no, I'm
that
sorry.
Was my mistake.
I let you down.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. But that's okay. We have another chance to
listen
redeem ourselves.
For the first 2 minutes of tonight's episode, this girl was riding high. I was like, oh yeah, they doubted me, but look what's gonna happen.
Bum, 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 bum.
So who do you think is going home next week then?
I will say Elizabeth.
You think Ellie?
If they lose, I don't see how she stays.
All right.
Unless, like you said, Owens is going to. Well, Owen should pick whatever best for him.
Right.
Going forward, but
I feel like Owen's one of those people that may or may not be easily manipulated. I don't know.
No.
Well,
right.
He is a lovable curmudgeon, so
Yeah.
That's true. He's junior deputy water boy or whatever he was. Yes. Rock carrier.
I forgot about that.
Jamie, you want to go or you want me to go?
You go.
Okay. This is tough because I feel like if the red team goes back, if Vesey goes back, it's going to be Noelle. But on the other hand,
well, she still has her steal a vote.
Oh, she does have a steal a vote.
Oh, yeah, she does. Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be Dwight. If they go back right now, I think it's Dwight.
He's being a teensy weensy of a party pooper pissy pants, and I think that might get him in trouble.
Yeah, because at this point, okay, you were on the bottom of the last vote. You need to be smarter. Okay, all right, I'm going to go back with my island husband.
And he seems like he's just going to get more irritated with anybody doing anything that's not with him as he goes. So
yeah, I like what Jesse said. He goes, I know he's upset with me, but I had a vote, and I'm going to vote my way.
Right?
It's my game, not his, and so
nana boo boo.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. You know what? I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. You guys kind of have sold me on Dwight.
I think Noelle stays in the game a lot. I think she earned it tonight.
You think she earned it?
When she convinced those other two guys to let her get the advantage, and when she was and the challenge, she was a challenge beast in this thing.
Yep.
All right.
I mean, with one leg. I mean,
with
she
one
was
leg,
able to dive, and she was able to get on the thing, and then everything she did, and then I think she's a good player.
I would pick somebody from the yellow team, but we haven't seen them. So honestly, I can't even remember who's on that team anymore. Who was on that team?
Ellie and Janine, Owen. That's the yellow team, right? Baca?
No, that's Vesey.
You're talking about Coco?
Oh, Coco. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Coco.
That's Cassidy and Gio and James and Carla and Lindsay and Ryan. We have seen like nothing on Ryan.
We have seen.
I'm trying to remember who Ryan is. Oh, okay, I know who Ryan is.
Yeah, he's the warehouse associate. He hasn't really done too much screen time. Yeah. Girl, I don't know.
I know, Jamie. If you had picked somebody from the red team, I would have picked somebody from Coco then, just to have a different person. But that's okay. I'm going with White, I guess.
I'm gonna go with Sammy.
Sammy.
What?
Yeah, because there's a little bit of chaos that's happening on their tribe. And I feel like Owen is going to spill the beans to Ellie because I think he likes her and Janine better. And we're going to know that they can't take Gabler out, so they'll go after Gabler's pet Sammy.
I'm not happy by that.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
I don't like that either. Right. I like Sammy.
Well, you know,
Sammy, Sosa.
We're also acting like it's not out of the realm of possibility that they could just easily trick Gabler into like giving up his idol or something.
That's what I mean. If it's anybody's going to do it,
I don't think at this point he would do it. Maybe before you called me an idiot, thought I was an idiot.
Maybe,
but you know, it's like he goes.
Yeah, now he's going to pull out his surgeon brain and be like, "I got to play smarter."
And it's still. Does anyone? He sounds like somebody, and it's driving me crazy. Every episode, I'm like, who is? He sounds like somebody. He sounds like an actor or an athlete or something, and I cannot figure out. It's driving me crazy. Maybe someone I knew.
You know, Sammy?
Gabler.
Oh, Gabler. Didn't we figure this out last week? I just
Sammy. We figured out because he said it. He looks like Patrick.
We never solved it.
Oh,
we never solved this mystery.
No. And Chris Doran's in the chat. Does he help out? No. Anyway.
Gee whiz. Gee willikers, man.
All right. Well, there we have it. We'll see.
Should just be happy your Phillies snuck in.
Me?
Sneaking
I don't
in.
have a team.
No, Chris.
Oh. I was like, I don't root for the Phillies. I mean,
just waiting for the wild card cinch here. Just waiting for that.
All right. I think that's about it. We had a bit of a shorter episode this week because, I don't know. I feel like we didn't have
90 minutes of gameplay.
Very good point. Very good point. Does anybody else have anything before we call it a night?
No, I think we have covered it all.
All right,
covered it all, and that's it.
All right.
I'm thinking about doing a Love Boat podcast, though.
Oh,
for real?
No.
Oh.
I told Cindy because the Amazing Race doesn't come on until 10. Okay, we're usually in bed by 10. I'm like going, why don't you put the Love Boat at 10 and put the Amazing Race at 9?
Yeah,
come on, man.
All of the young lovers would be awake still at 10.
Exactly. Right? Us old people. Us old people are going, what?
Yeah.
Come on.
What in the world? Well, I just don't worry about watching Amazing Race until the next morning, and that solves my problem.
That's how I do it anyway. But still.
There it is.
10 o'clock.
Yodel your way right into the next episode. First thing in the morning.
Audio. Or like Rex Ryan. Audio. Audio. Audio.
It was the swing. The swing is really what.
I never thought he'd get it.
Okay,
she's like, and I'm out.
Amazing Race.
I thought you were watching the Amazing Race this year.
I know. I always forget to watch shows.
I feel like
I wanted to watch the challenge. I didn't watch any of that, and I wanted to watch it.
Well, last week the 2 challenges were boring.
Okay. No, I meant the challenge that Tyson was on.
The challenge.
Then I heard Sarah. Oh no, I'm sorry. I heard who the winner was, and I was like, maybe I'll pass.
Yeah.
Did you just tell us who the winner is?
I think I might have.
It's been like 3 weeks.
Because you can't give a name and go blah 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 that we're not going to pay attention to. I don't even know what show you're talking about.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Then you remain unspoiled.
Forget about it.
I don't know.
Forget about it. All right. On that note, everybody. Thank you for listening. Thank you to the patrons, especially the ones that contribute a certain level, and that we Eckhart, Rigner, Tap from Tokyo, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with a Plan, and Ed the Creepy Poopy Head Mailman. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. Now that Zach and Alex are both watching, I do need to remember to get them on to do a bonus show. That is on me. It is
Oh,
tough.
Alex watches the whole show too?
Well, he falls asleep on the couch by like 8:35, 8:40, but he tries.
Well,
He's
my
getting
my
a college
daughter's
try.
my daughter's getting into it more this year than she was last year. She's starting to,
Yeah. But
she's getting it.
yeah. Well, cool. Well, if she ever wants to do a bonus show, feel free.
Chris Jordan said Nicolas Cage. Yeah, it's almost a Nicolas Cage, but I was thinking, okay, Nicolas Cage. I go, wait a minute, maybe it's not Nicolas Cage.
Not quite.
Gabler's voice.
Gabler's voice.
Is it Hillary Swank?
We're gonna steal the Declaration of Independence. My idol is still valid.
That's the Gabler way.
We'll have to see if he runs as funny as Nicolas Cage, because Nicolas Cage is a terrible runner.
Dude, you gotta watch The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. It's amazing. It's so funny.
I know, I gotta watch it. I got a lot of shows I have to watch. I just got Hulu
it's a
back.
movie, which makes it even better.
Yeah, I know, but I just got Hulu. I just got Hulu back. I'm just having fun with all the shows. So.
There's
okay.
so much to see.
And then we also have Peacock now. So I've been watching this other show, the Code 404. It's a British show.
Oh, fun!
So funny.
Fun.
So
they're good at that humor.
The only problem is sometimes I have to kind of go back. I go, okay, what did they say? I can't quite make out the accent sometimes. I go,
yeah, gotta put the closed caption on.
Closed captioning, exactly.
That's the way to do it.
But closed caption when you're doing a comedy thing, it's not as funny though, is it?
It is if you know what they're saying, so you can get the joke.
Okay.
If you don't know what they're saying, you can't get the joke. You're just laughing along at that point. It's not really.
No, I just go back a little bit and go, ah, that's what he said.
Oh boy. All right. We're going to bed soon.
We're out of here.
I got to go watch Andor. All right. Good night, all. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next week. On that note, my name is Colleen.
I'm still Jamie.
And I'm still Jack. Just Jack.
Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye, Chris.